Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to LTT Wrestling Podcast. Damian Priest has advanced in the stacked Elimination Chamber men's match to see who will face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I honestly thought between him, Fatu, and Strowman that Jacob Fatu was going to win this match. I'm surprised he didn't, but I see they're going to go with him and Solo having their problems. He's going to be more involved in that, so it makes sense. And honestly, part of me was thinking after the match, like, Fatu would have to take a pin in this match, and they don't want him taking a lot of pins. So it makes a lot of sense to not have him being in this match because he would have to get pinned by somebody, and that's really not the smartest way to book him right now. So I'm all for Priest being in it. I think they're going to set up Drew and Priest if that's still the direction they're going. We'll have to see. Good triple threat match. Everybody looked great. The crowd was into it. Strowman did his stuff, and really no complaints from me about this main event. It went about 15 to 18 minutes. Sometimes WWE makes you think a main event's going to be really long, and then you see the commercials and the entrances and all this other stuff. But it is what it is there. Samoan Spike to Tungaloa outside the ring after Solo tried to help Jacob Fatu. Strowman was getting ready to hit him in the corner with Fatu's head in a chair. Samoan Spike to Strowman. Jacob Fatu hits his finisher, the moonsault, and then Cody Rhodes comes out and he attacks Solo. And then Solo goes for a Samoan Spike on Cody and accidentally hits Tungaloa, and Fatu's pissed. He's looking at him like, what the hell did you just do, man? What are you doing? And Cody hits a crossroads on Solo. Fatu gets taken out. Priest and Strowman are in the ring brawling, and Priest ends up hitting a South to Heaven choke slam, pins Strowman 1, 2, 3 to advance to the men's Elimination Chamber match. So good for Priest. Like I said, I thought at first Fatu might win, but looking back on it, if he has to take a pin, I'd get it. So Priest, you know he's not going to win this match. Still a big name, and we'll have to see where it goes from there. So for the rest of SmackDown, not really the best show, at least for me. It was, kind of meh. I mean, I wasn't really into this show throughout most of it. It was kind of just a lot of just okay stuff, nothing really spectacular. Cody started off the show. He's mentioned everyone in the Elimination Chamber. Everybody gets a reaction. And pretty much he just said Andrew McIntyre. And Drew comes out. He says, Andrew McIntyre, I've won the Royal Rumble. And he lists off all his accomplishments. And Cody says, there's few people that have pinned me since I've came back to WWE. And I have not forgotten any of them. Something along them lines. Fatu comes out, says he will qualify for the Chamber for the main event, and he will bring the title back to his family, which it should have never left in the first place. Drew leaves. Fatu and Cody have a stare down, and then we see Solo arrive in his car, really dope all-white suit, and Solo says, this is family business. I need to go talk to Solo first. And Cody says, I'll let you talk to him first, but I'll sure in the hell be the last one to get my word in. And that's the end of the segment. So a good segment to kick off the show. Everybody, continue their stories. We had Naomi against Chelsea Green. Not much to say about this match. Naomi gets the win. Chelsea Green, I'm not sure what the plans for her are going to be at Elimination Chamber. I mean, it is in her home country of Canada. I would hope she's on the card in some form or another, but we'll have to see. When Naomi is in the Women's Elimination Chamber match, along with her tag team partner, Bianca Belair, we had the Motor City Machine Guns against Los Garza. Excuse me. Good back and forth tag team match. Both these tag teams can work. We've seen them face off before. Motor City Machine Guns ended up getting the win. A very good tag team match. No complaints there. We had KO challenge Sammy. They showed Sammy doing a promo from home. He's not clear. But when he does get clear, he's coming after KO. It's interesting they're doing this match at the Chamber, but maybe they do a match at the Chamber and at WrestleMania. We'll have to see if that's the plan for this feud going forward. This is a big-time feud between KO and Sammy. So maybe 2 matches. But, man, I do think it's worthy of WrestleMania. I hope they do both. We have Nakamura come out and do a promo. Not a very good promo for Nakamura. I'll be honest. I didn't have a clue what he was saying there. The only thing I heard was challengers and something else. The crowd was chanting what at him. Just not very good. LA Knight comes out. He's got the crowd into it. He's talking about how he had Nakamura beat and the bloodline interfered and all this other stuff. And then The Miz comes out. We haven't seen The Miz in a minute. And Miz and LA Knight had a heck of a promo against each other. And LA Knight saying it's been 10 years since Miz has been relevant. And Miz always uses the same, catchphrases. He main evented WrestleMania with John Cena, and he's a former world champion and all that. LA Knight said he pretty much is talking about me, always saying, yeah, but he always says the same stuff. And says Miz should do a farewell tour like John Cena because nobody wants you around. And the crowd starts cheering, which sucks because Miz has heard a lot more credit than that, but I know they're going with the heel. And Miz says, at least he's been on top in this company. LA Knight ain't done nothing compared to him. He said when he wraps up his career, not a lot of people can replicate what he's done. Could the same be said for LA Knight? He's been passed up his whole career. He hasn't done that much. And LA Knight says he made the U.S. title relevant. He was a fighting champion. He was defending it every single week, pretty much taking a shot at Nakamura, saying Nakamura's barely defended it. And he says Miz isn't a worthy challenger. And a fight starts to break out. Miz rolls outside the ring, gets on the apron. Nick Aldis comes out, and he sets up Miz against LA Knight, pretty much a number one contender match. And Knight wins. Good back and forth match. None of the matches tonight were like amazing, but good back and forth match between LA Knight and Miz. And Miz shows that he can still go at his age. He's still one of the best. I think him and LA Knight might be the same age, which is kind of wild. I know they're close in age. But LA Knight will face Nakamura maybe next week. Might be wrong about that. I know it's soon. We also had R-Truth against Carmelo Hayes, which is weird seeing R-Truth in a singles match. It's been a minute since we've seen that. Carmelo Hayes got the win. 2 wins in a row for Melo. I'd love to see that. And maybe this is the start of something for Carmelo Hayes. Maybe he'll start getting some wins and climbing up the ladder and doing something relevant because it's been a roller coaster of a run for him on the main roster so far. He does get a reaction when he comes out, which is great because not a lot of wrestlers can say the same. So hopefully they just keep up some type of momentum. And the final match we're going to talk about, Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax for the Women's Championship. I will say a very sloppy match, especially early on. It just didn't seem like Tiffy and Nia were on the same page. A lot of messed up spots, a lot of weird-looking spots. Don't know what was going on there. It just looked weird at certain moments. And the match itself was okay. It wasn't really anything spectacular. I see why I did main event now, looking back on how the match went. Ends in a DQ. Candice LeRae attacks Tiffy, and they start beating down Tiffy, and Trish Stratus gets in the ring. And she starts taking him out, and then she is taken out by Nia Jax. Nia Jax and Candice LeRae get away. And backstage, it shows Tiffany Stratton being interviewed by Byron Saxton. And Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus talk backstage. They say, we both have the same enemy. How about we team up at Elimination Chamber in my home country of Canada against Nia and Candice LeRae? So it looks like we're going to get Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus against Nia and LeRae, which I'm cool with that. I mean, why not have Trish Stratus on the card? It's in Canada. So this makes a lot of sense. A lot of fans think Trish or Tiffany is like the new version of Trish Stratus, and we all know how their names are similar and everything. So I think this would be a cool thing. We'll have to see. But all in all, a decent SmackDown. Nothing to go home about. If you missed this SmackDown, don't trip. It wasn't anything spectacular, I will say. But good stuff throughout the show. Good and bad. But make sure you like and subscribe. Check out all our wrestling content we upload every single week. Peace.